coverage of the NFL brings us to the Big Easy. And with that "Who Dat" chant bouncing off the walls behind us, we know that we're ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. It's Fields. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-Cubs were so committed to denying the big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So on comes the field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Folk's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
That's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. At the 40-yard line. They go play action with Willis. And that is incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave. But now it's 3rd down. When you talk about this Jets defense, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That good for 22 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Willis will look to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
Here we go. Press 50. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. Ready?
Now Willis to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third. Prater's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Nice little juke. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jets offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by quarterback.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New York.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here
we go.
Straight ahead is Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
This one finds Wilson downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Willis looks to pass it here. He completes it to Olave. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Saints at 11-3 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now Willis. His pass caught at the 4. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3. 4-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Back to throw, Willis. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. Prater's kick is good. So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Shoves him aside. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. Here we go.
Here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Jets.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Fields now to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Danny Stutzman in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New York.
Now it's Fields. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball on a give up the middle. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, here's Fields. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4 yards.
Now Fields.
And the Jets first down.
And this one is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Fields. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Folks, kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, here's Willis. He sets the fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Willis out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Saints 1st down.
Play action. Willis. They'll roll him out right. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Eluding the pressure right. 20! But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And he's been terrific all year running the football. And you see the season numbers up over 500 yards now for the campaign. And that is really an accomplishment for a quarterback. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
2nd and a yard. At the 1-yard line.
Panther 11. Deputy Lying.
Now Willis. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Trey Palmer from a yard out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point good by Prater. And that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Oh, good move. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
Well, he'll find Hall. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the option left is Fields. And bulldozing his way through. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Jerome Bentley. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Willis.
45-yard line.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
36-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Willis. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw, Willis. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. Prater's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Running left, it's Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.